First I apply tempera all over my eye for a nice even base. Now I'm going in with burnt orange. I'm using this random fluffy brush to help blend it all in. We're going to start at the crease and basically cover our entire lid with it. This will just make a really good transition shade so that it all blends in together nicely. Now I'm going to take tempera with the same brush just to blur out all the edges so it's really nice and blended together. Next I'm using the shade Real Gar. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. My Anastasia A16 brush. Going straight onto the lid with this and trying not to go past the crease too much. To avoid a lot of fallout, the best thing to do is to just pat it onto your lid. Now I'm taking that same blending brush and a little bit of burnt orange and I'm going along the crease of where we just put Real Gar and we're just blending it out some more. Smoky eyes consist of a lot of blending, so you really just need to take your time and be patient. Also, can you tell a difference? I set up my lighting differently and I'm using like this tiny little mirror, so I'm like to the side. Can you like tell a difference? Do you like it? Do you want me to go back to the other way? I'm just trying to find a way where the quality will look better, like lighting wise, you know? So please let me know in the comments down below. I'm taking a little bit of that tempera shade again and going along the top area to blend it out a little bit more. Now we're taking the shade Red Ochre and using this Anastasia A3 brush. I totally just forgot there's a mirror in the Modern Renaissance palette, so now I don't have to use that tiny little mirror I was using a second ago. So we're just packing Red Ochre on the lid and we're keeping it much lower than the last shade we did. It really helps when you're doing a smoky eye to use a bunch of different brushes. That way, because if you mix them, they'll turn all muddy and stuff, and it'll make it harder to blend everything out. We are once again using that blending brush and taking the shade Burnt Orange, and we're blending out the crease area once again. Now we're taking that tempera shade. Lastly, we're taking Cyprus Umber, my Anastasia A14 brush. We're going to keep this really close to the lash line. I'm just going to use whatever's left on this A3 brush and go over the top of that. One last time we're using that blending brush. Now let's do it to our bottom eyes. We're going to use that fluffy brush and go in with some burnt orange. Now I'm using that A16 brush and going in with Real Gar. Taking that blending brush and just blending those two together. Now we're going in with the A3 brush and a little bit of Red Ochre. And we're not going quite as far as we did with the other two shades. We're keeping it just below the lash line. Make sure you connect everything to your top lid, like on your outer corner, that way it all kind of just looks seamless, you know? Go in with that blending brush again. I don't know if I mentioned, but clearly I did my eyebrows before I started this video, but I also put concealer all over my top and bottom lid just so I'd have a nice clean base. You could probably tell that, but just in case. Before I apply some more Cyprus Umber, I'm going to use this Rimmel Scandaleyes. This is just a black kohl liner, and we're going to put it in our waterline and try to drag it just a little bit into the lash line. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and tightline. The eyeliner doesn't have to be perfect at all, by no means, because we're just going to use that as a little base for the Cyprus Umber. That way it'll be really dark and smoky under the eyes. Also, I'm using that A14 brush again, and we're just going right over that eyeliner and smoking it out. I know I look a little funny right now. I'm going to add a little bit of that kohl liner to my top lid because I'm going to balance out that darkness. So we're just going to line the top of our lid and try to keep it pretty close to the lash line. But I'm not going all the way in. I'm staying at the outer corner to about halfway. Now I'm going to take that Cyprus Umber again and go right on top. Okay, now this doesn't have to look perfect because it's kind of more of a grungy look rather than a beautiful glam look, you know? It's like a grungy smoky eye. So I've got some lashes drying right now, and I'm just going to throw on some mascara on my top and lower lashes. This is the Pur Cosmetics Fully Charged Mascara, and it's one of my favorites. I hope I don't regret putting my lashes on before my face makeup, because you usually get powder everywhere, and I just hope that does not happen this time. So if you wanted to, you could totally leave the look with no lashes, but I'm going to be extra and I'm going to apply lashes. These are from DEP Makeup, DEP, DEP, I don't know, and in the style So Bomb. Now I'm going to start my face, and I'm going to use Pur Cosmetics Correcting Primer. This is Hydrate and Balance, and it really, really hydrates my face. Excuse my face, my skin is so sensitive. Anytime I rub it, it just turns bright red. Anywho, now I'm going to use Pop Beauty's Zero Shine Prime. I like to put this right like here, and mainly for like the outer edges of my nose area. I'm going to use Rimmel Stay Matte foundation today. This is in the shade Light Porcelain, and it's a really like fluffy, moussey consistency. A lot of people compare it to Tarte Amazonian clay, so that's just what I've been using lately. It always comes out like way too much for me, so like that. And if that happens, I just take my finger and I'll put it all over. Now I'm taking my Real Techniques sponge. I just bought this the other day, and oh my god, it's life-changing. I've always used I've never used a beauty blender to begin with. I've always used like off-brand beauty blenders, and they do not even compare to this thing. Those are like rock hard, solid, even when I damp them. But this just like, it's so bouncy and it doesn't hurt my face when I'm blending it in, which is just crazy. We're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as per usual. We're going to go under our eyes, but we're not going to use as much and we're not nearly going to go as close. Down the nose a little, on the forehead, and the chin, and just kind of wrap it all together. Wish me luck. I'm going in under the eyes. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Contour Cream Kit and using the shade Shadow. I took the shade Mink to go under my nose so it would be darker. And therefore make it look more lifted and boofy. That was my A27 brush, and now I'm going in with my A12 brush to blend it out. Now I'm going in with Fair, and I'm just going to dab my sponge in it. Go on the sides of my nose. If you go in with concealer or whatever after you've contoured your nose and just like go right up to where you contoured it, it kind of pinches it in and it makes it look a lot thinner. Now I'm going in with my Airspun translucent powder. I'm just like dabbing it straight into the powder. I'm pressing it and like patting it in rather than swiping, because that would just move all of our hard work. I'm going to carefully go under my eye, and if we do mess anything up, we can just take those brushes and go over them and just kind of blend it out again, which is probably what I'll have to do. I'm going to take that random blending brush and literally just go under here and blend it back out. Now I'm going to put mascara on my lashes again because they're covered in powder. As always, I'm using my Anastasia Contour Kit and the shade, I think this is Fawn. Next, I'm going in with this dark shade and this little pink random brush. And I'm going down the hollows of my cheek. Now I'm trying out a new highlighter today. Well, I tried it out the other day and I really liked it, but this is me for the second time trying it out on camera. This is Girlactik Beauty Luminous Veil. Let me be a beauty guru and cover the mirror. It's Luminous Face Veil See-Through. I guess that might be the color. I don't know, it's really pretty though. I thought it was going to be too dark on my face, but it's not, which is nice. It just makes you look really nice and dewy. I have to disclose when things were sent to me, like if it wasn't me being paid for it, because they sent me some products but I'm not getting paid. But just in case, I'm supposed to disclose that. Oh, it's got a mirror. I forgot. Wow, my nose looks like the chimney. My mom told me that one time, and honestly, it was a compliment, yeah. Next, I'm going in with my CAO Cosmetics Cheeks palette and taking the shade American Beauty. And this brush that constantly sheds. This is from the Crème Shop. Now I'm going to take some more of that Airspun loose translucent powder and the edge of this again, and I'm going to carve out my cheekbone. I'm using this deck of Scarlet lip liner in the shade Cake Pop. I'm also going to use a Girlactik matte lip paint. This is in the shade Bashful. I'm gonna dust this powder away. Alright you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial and learned something new. If you did, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And hit the little bell below next to the subscribe and you'll be notified when I post if you want to do that. And don't forget to follow me on my other social media channels. I'll have them somewhere on the screen. And yeah, have an awesome weekend. Bye!